think it's safe to rest here now.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elder Menancia Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalek even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Dahnans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shionne?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
I think Hootle senses something.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now. Out of our way!
Demon Fang!
Here
Strike!
goes!
Win! You're mine!
Gale Force!
It's over!
Going in! Raging
You're
Counter
on!
Corruption!
I'll take out the legs with my
Not
shield.
on my watch! I'm all messed up!
Where are you going?
You're
Who next
mine!
to go next?
To me.
You're finished!
Wow. Look what I just found.
An opponent like this should be easy. Win!
Lunar Corruption! Raging Storm!
I'll take you all on!
If they rush you, you gotta stop recover, okay?
Demon Fang! This one's all mine!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Looking fearsome, Rinwell.
You must be rubbing off on me.
Let's kick some ass, kid.
So those are Dahnan Astral Arts. Huh.
Over so soon?
There's something in the... I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond, and it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Where should I cast my line? Hup! Looks like I lost it. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can... do.
Just doing my job. No.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed, and it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now, as strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Not today!
In here!
You're mine!
I'll
Demon
take
Fang! Demon Wind!
Airborne Beast. My special.
Demon Fang!
Fine, free! What can be tested still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Demon Fang!
Forward up! Mega Ray! Banana, let's go! Going in!
I'll take you all on! You're finished!
I can carve through water!
Water!
You're not done!
Now! Lost! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Dance is the left!
My hit
Where
dog!
are you going?
Burn!
Dance is the
Take
wind!
this!
Toast it!
Now we're not...
The heavens must be smiling.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my art.
When he slows down, that's our chance! Demon Fang!
It's like trying to keep up.
Severing Wind! Mirage!
Searing Flame!
Here I
Reload!
come! You're finished!
I'm only getting started!
Take this!
Mirage!
No further!
Annihilation!
Demon Fang!
Tiger Blade!
Wind!
Make it rain!
Mirage!
Crescent Moon!
Tiger Blade! Prepare to be sealed!
You've got a knack for battle.
Still plan on training, though.
That's what I like to hear.
Do it!
These little ones are hardly worth...
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renin who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renins have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's done in history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
A comfortable win. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Anything in armor is all mine! Piercing roar!
Got fire!
I got you! Let a marksman hit! Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No complaints here!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Where are you going?
Denied!
We managed to turn the tide!
For now. But things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Take it! How's this?
This one's mine!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
It's over! It's on! Severing wind! Here
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Do it! Sounds like a job for you. Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Come and face me!
Now, come on. Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
This one's mine!
I can feel my precision improving.
chilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah, we used to run up and down.
Out of our way!
Demon Fang! Here I come! You're finished!
Into the shadow! Lightning orb!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that
Demon
vein.
Fang!
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Annihilation! I never miss! Perfect move!
I'll smash you!
Do it! We managed to turn the tide!
For now,
Mind if I
but
do?
things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay
No
alert.
escape!
We'll see about it.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Will this help?
Not this time!
Here goes.
Demon Fang!
Healing circle!
Okay. Did you just heal me?
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
I have a bad feeling about this. Like moths to the flame.
Radiant Pierce! Supernova! Dance in the wind! In here! More for the top!
This one's mine.
Lunar Blast! One for all! That's it! Tiger Blade!
Severing Wind! Take this!
Let's go!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Take this! In here!
I can carve through armor!
Where are you going? I'll be safe! Tiger Blade! Lunar Blast!
Demon Fang!
Prepare to be seen! Tiger Blade! Steering Blade! Reload!
Strike!
Far enough!
Wind!
Lightning Meteor! Arctic Curtain! Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Take it! Not in your dream! Mega Ray!
Demon Fang!
Annihilation!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done! Lunar Corruption!
Burn!
Light Astral Energy!
Tiger Blade! Demon Fang!
Make it rain!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I got it.
Got what?
I can chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
Should've known that's what it was gonna be about.
That equipment should come in handy.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
What's this thing?
Gotta break through! Demon Fang!
You want me? Come get me!
Can't get out of this!
Did you see this coming? Things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
Here I come!
Piercing roar!
Burn it down! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Looks like we won. Built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some...
Out of my way!
It's over!
Here goes. Raise
Demon
it.
Fang!
Mega ray. Sleep
Prepare
now.
to be sealed!
This is
In a
gonna
vine?
be easy. Take it. It's over.
Armor won't save you!
Shining
You're mine!
Mega ray.
Astral Arch?
That's my cue.
Demon Fang! Not a chance! Shut him down! You're finished!
Going in!
You're on! Win!
Let the marksman handle this.
Looks up! It's over! Demon Fang!
Now.
Looks like we got them all.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Demon Fang! Take this!
Strike!
Burn it down!
Glacial spear.
Demon Fang!
Right here! I got it! Plant my dog!
Wind astral energy.
Take
I'll
it!
heal you all.
Nothing gets by me!
Take this!
Light astral
I
energy.
owe you one for that!
Hey, that. Now see that you don't get in trouble. We managed to turn.
Okay, here I go! Demon Fang!
Ready and ready!
Glacial fire!
Hear me. Glacial fury.
Take this!
Burning. Do it. Raging astral energy.
Say no more! Shot!
Well done. Fury.
Take this! Demon Fang! Ha!
Step back! This one's all law!
Little help.
Demon Fang! No escape! Win!
Going in. Here goes. Move
Come one, come all!
Never miss.
It's over!
Raging
This one's all
energy.
mine! Ignite!
Glacial spear.
Freeze laser!
Freeze
You're
laser.
on! No escape! Severing wind!
Make it rain!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
No choice. You're mine! You're finished!
In here! This one's mine!
You're mine!
Anything in order is all Don't mind if I do!
Mirage!
Ground and pound!
I'll smash you!
Primed and
You're
ready!
mine!
Where are you going? Ready to go! Lightning order!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are two more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
I'm only getting started!
Burn in hell!
I'm gone!
In a bind?
Take this!
No escape!
Turn
Demon
it now!
Fang!
Lion Howl!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Don't worry, I've got plenty to go around.
Here I come!
Mega Ray!
You're mine! It's over!
Take this!
Mirage!
Tiger Blade!
It's over!
Right here! Cross field!
Demon Fang!
Ouch! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Lightning Crescent Moon!
Burn!
Tiger Blade! Shattering Moon! Now! Crescent! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Here's a healing art!
That's an interesting stance.
It's part of the Renin style.
A style made of both sides.
You're stronger than any Renin soldier I've ever met.
They don't just let anybody have a place in the Royal Guard.
Indeed. So I see.
Mirage!
Dance in the wind!
Denied!
Now!
Do you require a hand?
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sword and shield!
A classic combination.
Hey, I think that might be what we're looking for.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does. which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who...